So, I'm having this ongoing conversation with a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, about makeup and beauty. And you could consider both of us minimalists, where we're not really interested in wearing makeup. What was so interesting about the conversation is that I was voicing how sometimes when I put makeup on, it actually makes me feel ugly. It actually makes me feel like I'm doing too much, I'm trying too hard, and really just like feel like, ugh, like it's not attractive, you know? And she was agreeing with me. She was totally agreeing with me because she was having the same experience. You know, society puts this pressure on us that people wear makeup. You know, if you're going somewhere, a formal occasion, you put makeup on. And if you're going to a prom or a date, like, you make an effort to look your best. Well, for the experience for both of us, and I'll just talk about myself, the experience for me is when I'm going somewhere to meet somebody, I don't just put makeup on. You know, I do a lot of self-care rituals. Like, I take care of myself. This obviously isn't one of those days because I don't really care about the flyaways. It's raining, it's gonna be frizzy outside, like, I'm not really caring about my hair today. But what's so fascinating is that putting on makeup is not my first thought of what I'm gonna do to show people that I appreciate being with them, that I wanna look my best because I know they're gonna look their best. Makeup is not the first thing. And it made me realize that, you know, beauty in our culture today is being dictated to us by cosmetic companies. They're the ones telling us, like, you need 50 different shades of lipstick and, like, try this new foundation. They also always point out, like, what's wrong with you in order for you to, like, clearly see what you need. You know, like, what about those dark circles under your eyes? I have the perfect thing. Like, wait a minute, I didn't know I had dark circles until you pointed it out to me. You know, like, oh, what about getting your eyebrows done? I have a pencil that's gonna, you know, darken your eyebrows because, you know, they could be thin. Oh my God, really? My eyebrows are thin? Are they supposed to be thicker than they are? A lot of what cosmetic companies are selling to us and marketing to us are things that we don't really need. So we were talking about this idea that, you know, I don't need makeup every time I'm gonna go someplace, and I shouldn't feel like anxious about going there because my makeup is not, I don't want to wear makeup. I know how that feels. Going somewhere, I actually feel anxious about going there because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be so uncomfortable, I'm gonna have makeup on my face all night. And that's so not on the list of things you should be thinking about. You should be thinking about going to have a good time and community and, you know, laughing and having a moment to, like, be, you know, relaxed and enjoy the fun that's about to happen. And it just so isn't the first thing you think about. You think about what you have to wear and how you're going to do your hair, and you're thinking about, like, what do I need for my makeup? That is so not the most important thing. And I wish that it wasn't something that we thought about all the time. So I thought it was interesting, and I was sharing with her something that I've been doing for myself is that I don't love makeup. I don't even like it, really. I think that my dad told me a long time ago about this idea of makeup. And during, you know, there were times in history where people didn't wear any makeup. And most of the makeup that came to people came through the Crusades, where people were actually traveling to other lands they had never been before and bringing things back from, you know, the culture that they had experienced. And one of the things that they experienced was makeup. So there were all of these traders that were, and by trader I mean they sold things, not they were, like, you know, defiant or untrustworthy. They actually would go to other places and find goods that they thought they could sell. And they would go to places, particular, like Middle Eastern areas, you know, and Africa in particular. And they would see the Egyptians with their eyeliner and mascara, you know, and even that they wore ground up flower petals to pink their cheeks, you know, or that they put, you know, herbs to redden their lips, you know, to look more vital, for their vitality. And they brought these things back to Europe, to these people that, you know, they didn't even have salt. You know, they weren't cooking their food properly. They weren't seasoning it. So for them, it was like this abundance of all things that were good, and they brought back makeup. And makeup was one of those things that you would bring it back for your wife, and it'd be such a treat, to bring her some, cheek balm, or some lip rouge, or some eyeliner or something. And our society has taken that and made it into a thing, marketing wise, where there's a product that everybody should have. And that's just not true. So for me, what I decided was that I found a lipstick that I really liked, and it's more of a utility, I like red, and I like that I'm going to be talking a lot. And so this makes my lips stand out. I like that it's waterproof, so I can eat and I don't have to keep putting it on. I'm not fooling with makeup all day long. I put it on and I don't think about it again till the end of the day when I have to wash it off, and it washes off easily at the end of the day. And so this is what I do, and I treat myself to it. I know it's that one thing that makes me happy because of the utility of it, and I like the way that it looks. So I know that being said, a lot of people are going to go, well, I like a full face of makeup. And I'm not telling you don't need makeup. I'm not telling you not to wear makeup. What I am saying, and this is perhaps for people who feel burdened by the idea of makeup, and not so much for the people that are just love it, because I'm not going to steal anybody's joy. If you love makeup, do you, boo. Be happy every day. Paint all the things that you want to paint. Be fabulous. I'm just talking about the people who don't enjoy it, and it's an anxiety and a frustration, and they're not looking forward to applying makeup. I'm trying to give you a little heads up, and also just help you maybe set yourself free from it. Get free from the structures of society that are holding you in a place you don't want to be held. If you like makeup, good for you. If you don't wear makeup. If there's something about it, but let me also say this. If you don't like makeup, don't just leave it at that. Actually look at what it is you don't like about it. Look at the way that it makes you feel. Look at the burden. If you feel like it's a burden, look at that. For me, I'm wearing this every day, and every day I look in the mirror and see it on. I have all kinds of feelings, and they're not always good feelings. Sometimes, it's very judgmental in my head, thinking about oh, well, you think you're cute? Who do you think you are? Or the feeling that I might be intimidating somebody. I'm talking to them, and they're looking at me, and they're like, who does she think she is? She's got this big, bold red lipstick on. I think about all that stuff. And that's something for me to battle. And I actually enjoy having those kinds of challenges. I think that's a place for you to work on yourself from. Letting go. I can't possibly intimidate you with lipstick. That can't be a thing. So it's either in my head or it's in somebody else's head, and I'm picking up on their energy. But either way, it's so not my problem. So I'm not going to spend any more energy on it. I also like eyeliner because I think it makes my eyes look big, and I wear these glasses and I think that it makes it look big. But my natural skin, I love it. I love it. And if there's a pimple on my face, that is a clear indication that I need to do something and change my self-care routine. I take that as a living, loving, learning lesson for my body. I don't go boo-hoo that there's a pimple on my face. I try to just love myself and love my skin however it is. And I think that loving it really makes it better. I do. I think that when you love it, you wash it, and you put lotion on it, and you look at it, and you take care of it, and you adore it, and it grows and turns into something lovely because you love it. Now, if you cover it up constantly, what's the message you're really sending to the skin on your face? You're not good enough. You can't be seen in public. I don't want anybody to know about you. Your skin on your face is think of it as if it was a person. You're really telling it some not so nice things about itself. Sunblock is one thing, but loads of makeup is something else. And it's so not as bad as you think. It really represents something deep you're holding on to with inside of you. So I'm going to sum this up because I don't want it to be too breathy. I don't want to be here talking too much. I just wanted to share my thought on makeup today. And I'll share on another day about how I don't care about my hair looking like this right now. And that's really only for people who think that my hair should look nicer than it is. Because in my mind, I'm this is pretty like amazing. Like I have hair on my head. That's like the level of gratitude I'm at when it comes to the hair on my head. Like I actually have hair. So love, peace, light, some people might say, but just me sharing. Okay? Have a wonderful day. If it's raining where you are, like it is here, it's only gonna be for a day or two. It won't last forever. And then it'll be sunny, and then you'll be right back to where you want to be. Don't take anything personal. Remember who you are.